if you're a parent outside Nigeria, just know that if your shoelace as a parent, you don't tighten, you need to go back and check, drag it well, drag it well, and make sure the knot is very firm.
Hey desire, burning like a fire. What you gonna do when it crumbles down? Watch it get higher.
Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Adedoyin, and you know what we do on this channel. We talk about lifestyle, we talk about dates, we talk about God and everything in between. And for my return subscriber, thank you guys for always clicking on my videos. Thank you for always commenting on my videos too. For the first time subscriber, thank you guys for clicking on the video, and please don't forget to subscribe, like, and turn on your notification bell. And please, you know, when I talk about that like is very important too. Even before you watch this video, please just click on the like button so YouTube will be able to put my video out there. So guys, today I have my beautiful Norma. Yeah, I'm correct. On my channel today. So if you don't know Norma, I'm going to put our name on the screen and also the link to our channel on the description box. Please guys, go to our channel and you know what to do. Subscribe and show us some love. Can you introduce yourself?
Okay guys, thank you for having me.
It's been a long time coming, guys.
It's been a long time coming. This would have been cooked last year, but you know, we know why we brought it to 2024, because this 2024 we know we'll agree.
No, and you don't grieve for yourself. Even though you don't want to grieve for anybody, don't grieve for yourself. Those things you want to do this 2024, please guys, start.
Yes,
you know?
Thank you guys for having me. Thank you to for having me. My name is Norma Onyema, and I'm a mommy YouTuber based in Winnipeg. And thank you to my beautiful friend here, Toyosi, for having me in her channel.
So guys, we're talking about a lot of topics of recent, and I think this particular topic I've talked about on my channel with other YouTubers. But because Norma is not just a toddler mom, she has like two or three.
Yeah, I have a teenager now.
Can you see?
It's been a long journey.
So she has been in that business, you know, and I know that most times we talk about parenting. Most of us have talked about parenting recently on my channel are just people with two toddler, one toddler, you know. I just feel, okay, let me just pick someone that has like 3 grown up, right? Or 2?
Yes, my eldest is 13 and my youngest is 9.
Can you see? Let me just bring someone that, okay, he has a grown-up children. Let's just see it from her own side, the way she does her own thing, what she feels about parenting in Canada, you know, those things that we are having a headache about. Because even me, I pray about this every day, you know. So guys, let's get started. So Norma, I know you spent like how many months here in Canada?
9 months.
So you spent 9 months in Winnipeg, and so can you tell me what's the difference between parenting in Nigeria and parenting in Canada? What's that like?
You know, here parenting in Nigeria is, you know, way back when I was in Nigeria, people are like, parenting is so hard, you know. You can't actually be in that place where you say parenting is so hard if you haven't had a comparison. Like now I'm able to compare parenting my kids in Nigeria and over here in Canada. For me, my take home is parenting in Nigeria is a smooth sail. It's a smooth sail in the sense that, you know, you have 100% control over the life of your children. You know, what to do, how to do, when to do it solely lies on the parents.
Yeah.
What the children just do is just to follow the guidance and the tutelage of their parents.
Oh, they bear that. They don't send you, they don't born you well. When you say no.
They don't born you well. Me, when I was growing up, your father would say,
sit down there, you don't even go ask why.
In fact, for them to even call you for a meeting, you are a goner.
I know.
So you don't just even want to be in anybody's bad books. You know? But over here, right from even you can't even tell a 1-year-old or a 2-year-old what to do.
You will ask me why.
You have to
explain.
You know, you have to go into details.
Why
this has to be done and why this is not supposed to be done. And you have to convince that child, because if the child is not convinced, the child won't be. And even their government has been programmed in a way that the children have the rights, no matter how small.
I think they even as small as little kids start putting it on the head, like
they have the voice. They are being trained in this system to understand and know that their voice can be as loud as they want it to be.
In terms of hearing their voice, I think it has advantage and disadvantage. I know the fact that a child can say something and you can be heard.
Yes.
But back home, how do you know when you want to hear you? Because even when you want to say that yourself, you are in trouble already.
Yes.
But if you come and stand up to your parents
and
say
say,
something,
I'm talking at
yes,
you,
talking.
and you are telling me how you feel.
And sometimes it's not that maybe it's bad, but sometimes it might be bad. But I just feel back home, if our parents would have listened to us sometimes, maybe some trouble will not happen. At the same time, they cannot give us those room.
Everything has advantage and disadvantage.
Yeah. So another thing I'm talking about, I'll be asking you, this one we talk about the comparison between Nigerian parenting. Now raising kids here, like raising, how do you see it? Like, what are those things you are feeling, okay, if I'm in Nigeria I can do better, or since I'm here I'm doing better, raising, what I mean by that?
Yeah. The thing is, like, coming from my own angle, my kids are a bit older.
That's why you're here.
Yeah. My kids are a bit older, and for those who have younger kids and you are here in Canada, I will tell you for free, the raising of your children should be dependent on you and you alone, because there are a lot happening outside the homes. So you are the one that knows what you want to inculcate in your children. And let us not forget, prayer is the key. Prayer, because anything we do and we do not pray and commit it to the hands of God, you're just watering the ground for nothing.
Of course.
You understand? So we have to, here is prayer number one. Then two, don't just say, sure you're going to school. There are no much discipline outside the four walls of your home. So if you know you don't want the corrupting influences of the world to affect your children's raising, their upbringing, their mentality, the way they talk, the way they behave, and generally, it is you. You know what you want, so you are the one that will include. So when they are now outside, exposed to some certain things, they are like, it's going to be weird. They won't be vulnerable because they already have a foundation. Like me, it's very easy for me to cope here raising my kids, because when we came last year, my son was already 12, going to 13. So even my little baby girl was already 8. So to a very large extent, they already know
what is right.
What is right and what is wrong. They already know, apart from what mommy wants or how mommy likes it or what daddy likes, they already know the word of God. They know that this is wrong, this is right. I've already put them in the path that they will follow, because even the Bible says when we train up children in the way they should go, they won't depart from it. So
even when they try to depart,
it will keep coming. Even generally, when you see a child that was raised upright, even in the midst of that child doing wrong, you can tell that this child was raised upright, because the child won't go into that wrong 100%.
So that's
you
why
also see that trace.
Those are the children they used to say in Yoruba that it's two different things. Like, they did not train this one, you will know. There's some they trained and they don't just want to listen.
Yes.
Those are those children, but you still see them like, there's something that is different about this child.
Yeah. Even though raising children is not a one-way traffic.
At all.
You understand? What is applicable to me might not be applicable to another. And let's not forget that children are different, despite being born by the same mom. Like, I don't raise my 3 kids the same way, because I first off study their personalities, the kind of personality they have. So if I'm to shout at the first one, the same way I'm going to shout at the first one is not the same way I'm going to shout at the second one or the third one. Because their response to the way I'm going to talk to them, shout at them, discipline them is different. So studying your child, despite being born by the same mom or the same father, is paramount.
Okay. Talking about shouting. Because you know that where we came from in Nigeria.
Your neighbor 2 streets away. In fact, if they don't even know you, when you pass, they will call you by your child's name because they will hear you shouting, oh, this one, oh, so they might not know you, but they already know your children's names because you keep screaming their names.
Yeah,
You know?
that's true. So what I wanted to say is, back in Nigeria, is that your mommy shout out to you? Or your parent, let me just say parent, because it's not about mom again, because parent is both sides.
Yeah.
So is that your father shout out to you, or daddy shout out to you, or mommy shout out to you, or they give you knock on your head when you do something that's wrong, or they beat you, or you serve punishment. But in this world that we are, in this country that we find ourselves,
Your neighbor should not hear you.
so when your children do those wrong things and you need to correct, how do you? Because some of us we are used to, I will slap you. Even when you don't mean it sometimes. I think I will say, Mom, it's so good to beat. I said, hey, God. And it's not even I'm beating her.
Yeah.
Do you get? But I'm used to, I will beat you because back home.
Not that you're literally going to do it,
Yeah.
but you know.
And she just told me it's not good to beat. Or it's not good to push. Those kind of things. And I'm always like, girl, I'm not beat. I better go. Because before they will hear another thing, because I know that even when children report, they need to find evidence of, okay, maybe truly there's a beating all over our body or something. But how do you, what other parenting, should we put that parenting scope or parenting, I don't know.
Okay.
Correcting this method do you use? Because for some of us that we still have small children, we need to learn from you.
I think that is where communication comes in. Because I've come to understand that everything is not all about shout, and even in the country where we have met ourselves is also helping us whether we want the help or not. Because here they see it as a big deal that, in fact, for them raising your voice at kids is an abuse for them. So I think I've come to understand that there is no age limit to having a conversation with a child. There's no age limit. You just need to come down to the child's understanding, to the child's age, to be able to converse well with that child and let the child understand, okay, this is what you did wrong. And instead of shouting or beating, let there be punishment. There must be one thing that child is very fond of. There must be like my son now is PS4, PS5, game. So if he does something wrong and I tell him, going to take away your PS for like a week or 2 weeks, something very dear to the child. Even as we adults, if now, okay, we know that if you beat the traffic, you're going to pay through your nose, and apart from that, there are other consequences. You kind of, when you're into it and you're in a hurry, at some point you restrain yourself that there's a consequence, and this consequence that is coming is not something I'm ready to bear. So same thing goes with kids. There are something that they are very used to. Something that, okay, this child wants this particular gift for his or her birthday and he misbehaves. For you to have done this, it means, yes. So with that, and they're able to, come in terms with, this is what I did wrong. Because most times I feel, even in Nigeria, our parents maybe they just shout at us, beat us. Most times there's certain things you did wrong that you didn't actually know why that thing was wrong. But your mommy just said what you did was wrong. And that is it. You just know that, okay, doing this thing is wrong. And like even with my children, I'll say this thing is wrong. And my children ask me why. Why is it wrong? So understanding what you've done wrong. So that is also means of communication. So let it not just be like you're beating the child for no reason.
So Taisha, I do face the wall. You face the wall. You face the wall. If that's the only thing I can do, that's what I do most times. Face the wall, then assist your child, I off the TV. I think that's most things I do because what else?
Just find something the child likes.
I also do this. Because you need to hear what,
Of course.
So another thing, some of us actually are still in daycare, so you don't have a choice. You just have to take them. Like me, I took my children to daycare. I know they are good. They are a very good daycare, very very good. And most people say you should take your child to a school that's close to the house.
To the house, yeah.
Is that the only factor you need to check? Taking your child as a grown-up, because we daycare, we can just take them to the one close to the house. But the one I'm using right now is 1 year free daycare, so I'm not paying, and that's the reason why I took them there. Apart from being a good and a nice daycare, and I wanted to ask, choose your school. How do you guys do it? Because I feel Fine, staying around the community is a nice thing because if anything is happening in school, you hear it in the community, right?
Yeah.
But what other factor do you check in order to get school for your kids in this kind of
Yeah.
country that we are?
In this kind of country that we are.
That we find ourselves, right?
Whether we find ourselves or we are.
Or we move there.
Is discipline, because it has a very big role to play when it comes to children discipline. Like this school, most of the schools are public schools. It's only the hotel dollars that can go to the private schools. So here they are all public schools, but even in the midst of those public schools, there are still schools that have high level of discipline than the other, and every community has more than one school, so it's now left for you to ask questions. In every school you will definitely be able to meet a parent or people that you live in the same neighborhood with, that their children are going to those schools, just to make your own findings and know. Like even when we came in my community, we had, my friend gave me like 4 schools that were in my community, so but she rated one very high. Yeah, and I also asked some questions and I was told, and even I see it even in some conversation that I have with my children. There are some certain things that happen in school, they come to tell me, and they also tell me that the principal didn't tolerate that. The principal, this is the action, so those are the things you have to look out to, the discipline, because here,
yeah, because I know back home before we got here, a lot of people were shouting, Catholic school, Catholic school, Catholic school. Fine, Catholic school is a missionary school.
Yeah.
I won't lie, because I went to Catholic school too. I went to missionary school when I was little, when I was in secondary school. So I understand how missionary school can help. But of recent too, when we got here, there was a video that was a person that was circulating, and it was a Catholic school, between a Catholic school teacher and the parents, and they were talking about a particular issue that we all know here. And I was so disappointed that this particular Catholic school were on that side of that wrong narration. Let me just put it that way. And I was like, so why am I even taking my children to Catholic school? But I just feel, personally, it's not about if it's a Catholic school. Fine, I went to a missionary school. I know those things that we did in school. I know what other children does when we're in school, Fine. But I still feel that you should check the level of discipline, the level of, when we talking about God, because our children need God. I think that it's not a public school that talks about God. But me, I think that would be the number one thing I would wait to look at. School that talks more about God. That understand, let people understand, okay, this is, I don't know, maybe you get what I mean. And this, like you said, discipline, just good rating about people, like you said. I feel it's very, very important when choosing school. Don't just put it in your head that it's just missionary school.
And the thing here is, countries are different. Mm-hmm. Like a Catholic setup in Nigeria, I bet you is 100% different.
Why not?
From a Catholic setup here.
Why not? Yeah.
But they are meant to be the same, like
everywhere.
Yeah. You understand? So you will see some churches that have their establishment in Nigeria, and you see them here, and you see that the way of worship, their ways, everything is totally different.
Even churches,
yes,
yeah.
Because of the system that is operating here. So it gets into people's mindsets and all that. So it's totally different. So most times it's not really about, is it Catholic?
Yeah, so just to say that I don't want you to just tuck it on your head and feel like, okay, if it's not Catholic, it's nothing. And because even some of us are not Catholic, and you now have to go and lie about your child being baptized in Catholic, because you need those things before you can be in Catholic. So even you as a mother or as a father, you're trying to put your child in a good way, or in a good, now you're lying through a wrong foundation. So it's not a good thing to do, right? So I think we should just check a community and try to ask people about schools. Don't just jump to one school. There's always going to be good and bad ones, and there's no school that doesn't have bad record. But at the same time, if the good is more than bad, so why not? So
just lastly, what just counts is the authority of the school, those that run the school. What's their take home on discipline? How do they respond? How do they react to children who misbehave in school? That also counts, because when the school authority is not really budging to when children misbehave, then is a very big red flag.
So another question. Should I say the question or my worries? I know we've talked about God. We've talked about good school, discipline school. We've talked about how we punish children. I remember a video I saw online recently. The girl should be like 25 years. She has a child already. She was living with her parents. I think she wanted to move out of the house, and she made a video of her mother when they were having issues. She was saying she wanted to leave the house. She's already grown up, this kind of thing. Called the police on her mom, and I was watching I was watching the video, and I was kind of scared that, oh God, I beg you, this is why I don't bring my child to this kind of, and it's like this. I'm scared about it, and sometimes I'm walking towards it, and I'm praying towards it. See, even if you train your child 100%, the only thing is to prayer for God to rest, So I was just thinking about it. Am I the only one that has that scared of unknown? Like, do you ever thought about that? Okay, God, I'm training this student. Hope she will know do another thing. No, do you ever have that kind of feeling? Of course,
what are you doing as a mom and as a parent, if you don't worry about the upbringing of your children, and if you don't worry how they are going to turn out to be, then maybe we should recheck if you actually give birth to those children or not. It comes natural to worry and want to anticipate their future, how it's going to look like and everything. But at the same time, I just have rest when I am sure I have done what I ought to do. You understand? When I know the upbringing I'm giving them, I know the foundation I have laid for them, it kind of puts me in a place of rest. And I also know that I have prayed about it, and I'm continually praying about it. Because at the end of the day, no matter the kind of worry, you won't worry. Bad picky where won't come out, will still come out. It's just prayer that will make their steps align to the will of God. So that's.
I remember there's a particular that I was joking with my brother, and we were talking about people abroad, and it was like if he's in abroad, that his children would not marry from abroad, that people abroad want to budget, they're not good people. And I was saying something. I said, but you want to come to abroad, right? I said, automatically if your children to a year, who say that they're not good people. We said, no, we send them back to Nigeria to come and marry. People will still use their eyes to look at them.
That they grew up there. Yeah.
So I just feel that we, the parents here, we all have that mentality that there's no husband in Canada, there's no husband in abroad, it's because of the way they train those people you are looking at. Yeah. So I just feel like we see our younger ones, the toddlers, we should try to train our children well. You get? Yeah. So somebody would not say that they not train somebody. Yeah. My father married someone in America, she lived all her life in America. When she comes to Nigeria, she will kneel down with her 2 legs. Because she has that train, even though she has lived all her life in America. So I think it's the way we train our kids. If you want your kids to want people to feel like, oh, people are good in America, we have good children abroad, Canada, UK. That means it's the way you train your kids. So, and if you want your children to marry from people in America, train them well too. So that people not be saying that, not about gender.
And the thing is, being a parent outside Nigeria, the pressure is doubled. Yes, the pressure is doubled because, even with all the efforts that you are putting through, in Nigeria, even in Nigeria, you see a lot of children that didn't turn out right, even despite the effort their parents made to make them right, train them right. And now imagine where you are now in a system where it's even, condoning those acts the children are doing. So it now shows that you as a parent, the pressure, double. So double. So if you're a parent outside Nigeria, whether you're watching us from Canada or UK or US or wherever, just know that if your shoelace as a parent, you don't tighten, you need to go back and check, drag it well and make sure the knot is very firm, because it takes the grace of God.
Sincerely, I would say that people living abroad, even back in Nigeria, but parents living abroad, you are doing well. Yes. You are doing great. Just continue to do those things you think you're supposed to do. Fine, there's going to be fear. Like I told you earlier, I have fears. It is normal. Just do your part and leave the rest for God. So do you have any advice for us? Okay.
God is the ultimate source. So just, keep doing, so long as you can beat your chest and say, I am putting these children before God, and I am putting in my best, my 100% to make sure they turn out right. Just rest. God will handle everything because you have put in your all, and it's now left for God to do what He knows how to do best.
So that's the end of our video. Please don't forget to go to Norma's channel and subscribe to our channel and show us some love.
You guys.
Please guys. And this is the end of our videos. And please don't forget to subscribe, like, turn on the notification bell, and please put some comments in the comment section. I'll be reading it out, guys, and I'll be answering your questions. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.
Watch her get higher, down to the wire. Will you let it burn till we